Hello artists, welcome to the Sennelier atelier. Today I'd like to have a small talk with you about the difference there is between student grade paint, I mean fine paint, and artist grade paint, I mean extra fine paint. Let's have a look.
To make it simple, you have to know that paint is a mix with a binder and a pigment. Then this mix is ground. Quality of the paint depends on two things. First point is the quality and the quantity of the pigment. Second point is how the perfect blend is ground. To understand the choice of paints you meet in stores, and to not mix them up, we can divide the paint in three segments. The lower end is the scholastic level. It is in fact water with a bit of color, bad covering power, very poor quantity of pigment inside, very cheap, made in Asia. Sennelier does not carry this kind of paint. The middle level is fine paints or student grade paints. They are widespread and are commonly in big tubes. Around 4 fluid ounce on tubes are made with plastic in case of acrylic paint. They are used for big size canvas or for the background. They are often made in Asia as well, but please note that Sennelier fine paints are always made in France. Fine paints contain more pigment than scholastic paint, but less than artist grade paint. The top of the range is artist grade or extra fine paints. These paints are made with a very high concentration of pigment, and the binder and pigments mix is ground slowly during a very long time to obtain an extra fine color, without any lumps or any air bubbles. Extra fine paints have more covering power, more vivid colors, and better light resistance. The high concentration of pigment allows artists to dilute the paint without deteriorating the vividness of the color. How to recognize artist paint between student paint? It's easy. Commonly, artist quality paints are more expensive, even in smaller tubes, because the process is longer and made with more and higher quality pigments. Particularity of the artist quality paint is that there are often many prices which depend on the pigment they are made with. Pigment has not equal value. That's why paint manufacturer created paint series from 1 to 6, sometimes more, depending on the pigment value. This explains why, for equal size of tube, there are different prices for artist quality paints.
Okay, let's have a look at a few examples of different quality of paint. Here, the art student oil colors, so the student grade fine oil paints for Sennelier, which name is Etude. So one series, only one series for all the range, and abstract is fine acrylic, very new fine acrylic. It's abstract, one series as well. But if we have a look at the artist quality colors, we can see two different colors made with two different pigments. This one is Prussian blue, is series 1, and this one is cadmium green light, and this series 4. So two different pigments and two different prices as well. And same thing for this artist acrylic, which is cobalt blue. It is series 6. It's written just here under the number of the color. It's always written just near the number of the color. And this one is artist oil color, Sennelier artist oil color. This one is cobalt blue as well, and it is of course as well a series 6. It's written just here. Okay, I hope that now you know more about the difference there is between the quality of paint. If you like this video, please do not hesitate to like it, and why not to share it. Thank you and bye-bye.